Well, as we said, this day comes the day before the 35th anniversary of the Ecole Polytechnique shooting that sparked a national discussion on gun control. And joining me now is Nathalie Provost, a survivor of the Ecole Polytechnique shooting and a spokesperson for the gun control advocacy group Poly Remembers. Nathalie, thanks for your time. I want to start by asking you about the government's announcement today. What's your reaction to that?
I'm pretty positive because they understood the emergency to complete the list in order to start a buyback program that will be efficient. So for us, and I presume for all Canadians who believe that having that kind of measure of public safety are now happy, because the buyback will not just give money to people who will be able to buy assault-style weapons that are still legal. They will, all assault-style weapons will now be illegal before the individual program begins. So what's Dominique Leblanc called the Phase 2 buyback program.
You talk about the buyback program. We know that it hasn't been fully implemented. It's faced some delays. Do you feel like enough progress has been made? I mean, it's the 35th anniversary tomorrow of the Ecole Polytechnique shooting. Do you feel like enough progress has been made in this space over the years?
Progress regarding gun control had been made and had been destroyed, and we are now building a new way to have a better gun control in Canada. And you're right, it's been difficult and long, and we had to work hard as advocates to make sure that things will be done. So, but we have to believe, and each time a progress is made, we have to applaud that program, that progress, and we have to be there to make sure that all the program will be in phase. And we are very worried because if the government is falls, and we have to do as much as we can, because Pierre Poilievre is for gun extremists. We have to be reminded that. So we have to work hard as long as we can do something, because it will have a positive impact on our safety, on the safety of Canadians, on the safety of women and children and of people with difference. So you're right, it's long, but we have to believe that things can be done. And today is a very, very big step forward.
Nathalie, I want to ask you about the Ecole Polytechnique anniversary, which, as we've mentioned, is occurring tomorrow, 35th anniversary. I want to take you, if we can, back to that day. What goes through your mind when you think of that day?
On December 5th, 1989, I was a young woman, sure that all the doors would be open to me. I was totally convinced that nothing could stop me. So, but today, I know that I had to rebuild myself. And in the first year, my memories were for my classmates. But 30 years after, what I know is that as a mother of 4, I don't know how I would be able to recover from that. It's something to recover from what happens to us, but I don't know how those families did to recover for such a loss. And this year, because I lost my mother, and I remember how just that evening waiting for a phone call it has been for her, I am a mother who might have lost a daughter, and that's awful.
Nathalie, we're looking at some of the victims of the Ecole shooting. How do you want those women to be remembered?
I am involved in the Order of the White Rose with Polytechnique, and that bursary that has been created to give wings, to give possibilities to extraordinary a very gifted young woman in Canada, to recognize their capacity to transform the world for the best. I think it's one of my way to contribute to the promotion of women engineering, but also to keep alive the memory of my classmates.
All right.
With the dreams of other girls.
Nathalie, we have to leave it there, but we appreciate you coming on the show and speaking to us. We know tomorrow will be a difficult day for a lot of people, an emotional day, and we really appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you for receiving me.
Nathalie Provost is a survivor of the Ecole Polytechnique shooting and a spokesperson for the gun control advocacy group Poly Remembers.